You're listening to AI Theatre, your number one destination for dramas where the script is completely generated by artificial intelligence. Thank you.
In 1958 Sydney, the Doo-Wop Dreamers, Frankie, Johnny, Susie and Bobby, were feeling dejected. They were gathered in their small, cramped rehearsal space, surrounded by instruments and sheet music. The walls were adorned with posters of their musical idols, and the air was thick with the scent of stale cigarette smoke. No radio stations were playing their new record, Shaboom Shaboom. Frankie the Joker tried to lighten the mood. "Why don't millionaires carry cash?" "They're afraid of change," he said, grinning. The others groaned. "Come on, guys, we can't let this get us down," he added. Johnny the optimist refused to give up. "We've got to keep pushing," he said. "We can't let this setback defeat us." Susie, the voice of reason, agreed. "Johnny's right," she said. "We have to keep trying. We can't give up now. We've come too far to give up now," she added. Bobby, the quiet one, looked thoughtful. "Maybe we need to try something different," he said. "We can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results." Determined to turn their fortunes around, the group hatched a plan. They would go to the top radio station in the city and try to convince DJ Dylan Reed to play their single on air. Their manager, Mr. Black, looked skeptical. "I don't know if that's such a good idea," he said. "These radio stations can be tough to crack." Once inside the bustling station, they found Dylan and began to make their pitch. The station was a hive of activity, with people rushing to and fro, and the sound of music and chatter filling the air. Dylan's office was small and cluttered, with stacks of records and papers covering every surface. Dylan looked hesitant. "I've heard rumours of payola. I can't risk getting caught up in a scandal," he said. Susie tried to reason with him. "We're not asking you to do anything wrong," she said. "Just give our song a chance. We believe in it, and we know it will be a hit with listeners." Dylan shook his head. "I'm sorry, but my hands are tied," he said. Despite their best efforts, the group were unable to convince Dylan to play their song. Dejected, they began to make their way out of the station. But as they were leaving, Johnny accidentally dropped some money on the floor. The group froze. Frankie looked horrified. "Oh no, this looks bad," he said. Dylan looked at the money on the floor, then back at the group. "If you were to make it worth my while, I might be able to overlook my concerns about payola," he said. Mr. Black, the voice of reason, stepped forward. "We can't do that. We have to play by the rules. Payola is wrong, and we won't be part of it," he said firmly. "We have to find another way," he added. Dylan leaned back in his chair, his eyes narrowing. "Well, if that's the case, then I'm afraid I can't help you," he said. "But I'll give you one last chance. If you can come up with something that will make it worth my while, I might reconsider. But if not, then I'm afraid this is the end of the road for the Doo-Wop Dreamers." The group looked at each other, unsure of what to do next. Would they be able to come up with something to convince Dylan to play their song? Or would this be the end of their dreams? Tune in next time and find out what happens to the Doo-Wop Dreamers in the Record Spinners Cliffhanger.